Just go ahead and light them all.
Hare Krishna. So we are going to begin our program now. We'll have bhajan Yadi Prabhupada Nahoito and followed by Kirtan sung by Madhavi Mataji and Rasapriya Mataji. So while that's happening, we can all just get seated and make ourselves comfortable. Hare Krishna.
So for those of you who aren't aware, Yadi Prabhupada Nahoito is a bhajan that's been written by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami in praise of Srila Prabhupada, of our Guru Maharaj.
Yadi Prabhupada Nahoito, Tave ki hoito, Ekipana Padita Kishe. Yadi Prabhupada Nahoito, Tave ki hoito, Ekipana Padita Kishe. beautiful song composed by Srila Gurudev. If Srila Prabhupada had not come, what would have happened? How could we have passed our lives? Who else would have distributed the unlimited mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Gauranga all over the world?
Which other compassionate person would have endeavored to deliver the miscreants, sinful, impersonalistic, and voidistic people in the West?
Who else would have come to distribute Harinam to them? Who else would have come forward to transform them into civilized beings?
Who else would have taught them how to worship the deity form of Lord Hari day and night with Arti Kirtana, and how to conduct the Rath Yatra and other grand festivals?
Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita contain the essence of the nectarian meadows of the love of Godhead. Who else would have explained these scriptures so clearly and beautifully?
Who else would have tolerated all difficulties and distributed Harinam with a pleasant heart? Who would have given us the dhamas such as Mayapur, Vrindavan, and Jagannath Puri?
The teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu constitute the greatest and most auspicious treasure. Who else would have engaged us in constantly practicing and preaching it?
Shri Shri Nitai Gaur are desire trees of love of Godhead, desiring a drop of their mercy. Jayapataka's heart incessantly takes shelter of your divine grace.
Hari
Hari Bol. Jai His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Thank you so much. We'll now have prayers to Lord Narasimhadev and the Dhanvantri mantra for Guru Maharaj's health, led by Jayasri Mataji. And once we conclude with that, we will have one round of japa for Guru Maharaj's health. And
we will sing the Narasimha chant 21 times. Guru Maharaj always said that for the health of anyone, it's good to chant this. What he said was we should chant Jai Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai 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 Narasimha. That's it. Okay, that is one. Like that 21 times we will chant. So that's what we will do now first. And then we'll do the Dhanvantri mantra again for Guru Maharaj's health 9 times. We'll chant the Dhanvantri mantra. Okay, let's start. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai 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 Narasimha. 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 Shri Narasimha, Jai 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 Narasimha. Shri Narasimha, Jai 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 Narasimha, Jai 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 Narasimha. Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki Jai. Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Okay, now we sing the chant the Dhanvantri mantra. actually we say it as a offering to Dhanvantri, and we take a pledge and then we say it every day. So, but today we only say 9 times just the Dhanvantri mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya त्रैलोक्यनाथाय श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for the very beautiful recitation. We shall now move on to one round of japa led by Ujjwala Rajalila Mataji. Oh, everyone has their chanting bags ready. Hare Krishna.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी विनामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी देशसारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Nam Sankirtan ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Could I request all of you to please move a bit forward now? That is His Grace Mahavara Prabhu's talk narration on Guru Maharaj from yesterday's event. So we have that played right behind Prabhu's. It is going to be at an awkward angle for all of you.
Audio should be.
Yeah. So we can watch the video now, and then once we conclude that, we will proceed.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Guru Maharaj'S His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj his homages to Srila Prabhupada in the year 2024. Guru Maharaj'S Jayapataka Swami Tama Om Shipadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desacharini. Dear Srila Prabhupada, on this most auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja, I submit my respectful homage unto your divine lotus feet. By your divine grace's blessings, this year I completed my Bhaktivedanta degree and I present it to you as an offering. Although I have read Srimad Bhagavatam many times, this time I read your Bhaktivedanta purports even more carefully. You mentioned that your purports are your ecstasies. It's always so blissful to read each word, which is full of profound knowledge, potency, and love for Lord Krishna. I am eagerly waiting to do the Bhakti Sarvabhauma course now. And I am encouraging the devotees to take up Shastric courses like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Sarvabhauma, something you desire. And Bhakti Vedanta and Bhakti Sarvabhauma, something you desire. Many devotees are now taking their Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava and Bhakti Vedanta degrees, and in this way becoming philosophically stronger as they systematically read your books. Srila Prabhupada, during the annual Srila Gaura Purnima festival this year, we inaugurated the TOVP's East Wing, the Narasimha Deva's wing, during a grand 3 days festival. His Grace Amrisha Prabhu, Swaha Mataji and the team are doing wonderful service with this magnificent temple. In the presence of the most of the GBCs, we inaugurated Lord Narasimha altar. We are also working on the Museum of the Vedic Planetarium, MOVP, along with the Bhakti Vedanta Institute, VI, so we can present the Vedas as good science in our exhibits wings. Srila Prabhupada, we would like to put all our efforts into fulfilling your instructions and desires for the TVOP. We pray to your divine grace that the TOVP can be completed on time so we can offer it to your divine grace. This year marks the 150th Vyasa Puja of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. All the Saraswata Gaudiya Vaishnavas gathered on our Iskcon campus and celebrated for 3 days, glorifying Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Even the UNESCO recognized this day and marked it on their calendar. As I do every year, this year I also planned a spiritual safari in which your grand disciples generally participate. It will be in Vraja Mandala this year. I left Mayapur to join the safari, but I fell sick and I had to be admitted in the ICU in a hospital in Delhi. Currently, my physical health is not very good, but otherwise, by your divine grace's blessings, I'll continue to travel and preach as much as possible. Working through my assistance as your divine grace instructed, we plan to install Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus footprints in Vrajamandala with the safari devotees in attendance in April 2024. As I now can't be there physically, I asked His Grace Jananivasa Prabhu along with the safari devotees to install the lotus footprints on my behalf. We are endeavoring to fulfill our Pranam Guru Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parvajikacharya Ashtotara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's desire to establish at least 108 lotus footprints of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the land of Bharata. We are trying to establish these lotus footprints in Gauramandala, Vrajamandala, East India, South India, Western India. My dear Srila Prabhupada, my caretakers keep telling me that I should not travel, but should stay in one place. Yet I wonder where I would have been if your divine grace hadn't travelled at your advanced age. Somehow, I am trying to fulfill your instructions to me, but I don't think I have even done a fragment of what I would like to do for your divine grace. Please bless me that I become an instrument in spreading the mercy of Lord Chaitanya far and wide. Your servant, Jayapataka Swami. Hare Krishna.
Next up, we have Guru Maharaj'S Vyasa Puja message to all of his disciples and well-wishers, which will be led out by Jayarasi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. This morning I got this message from Guru Maharaj's secretary that Guru Maharaj wanted this message of his to be read out at every place wherever they celebrate his Vyasa Puja. So I'm just reading what he wrote. He says, my Vyasa Puja message, Mayapur, 8 April 2025. This morning I recorded a message for all my Diksha, sheltered, aspiring Shiksha, grand disciples and well-wishers. It should be read wherever they are observing my Vyasa Puja. So it goes like this. My dear spiritual children and assembled devotees, please accept my humble obeisances and blessings as appropriate. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, home base and camp, Sri Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir. I am very grateful to all of you for organizing this Vyasa Puja celebration. Today being Kamada Ekadashi in India is an especially auspicious day. On this holy Ekadashi, one can fulfill all spiritual desires. I pray that your hearts are filled with the desire to awaken your love for Krishna. We are truly fortunate to have the treasure of Krishna consciousness. In this material world, happiness and distress are always interchanging. But in the spiritual world, there is only bliss, no anxiety, no suffering. Lord Chaitanya gave the whole world the treasure of bhakti, and Srila Prabhupada has given this gift to us. Through serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we can experience unlimited bliss. Srila Rupa Goswami said that the happiness in the two syllables, Krishna, is unlimited and indescribable. Anandera Shimanai. By Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we have received this Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada gave me many instructions, some of which are unlimited, like expanding the preaching. Now, as I am physically limited, I need your help to continue fulfilling these instructions. We must all work together to spread this blissful movement. Srila Prabhupada wanted all his followers to become gurus, not just remain students forever. He envisioned thousands and millions of acharyas. The secret is simple. Just repeat what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, what Srila Prabhupada has taught us. In this way, we can all become instruments of Lord Chaitanya's mission. To do this effectively, we must study Srila Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. I personally pursued my Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav and Bhakti Vedanta degrees to set an example. Now I am studying for my Bhakti Sarvabhauma degree. I want all of you to read and teach these scriptures to others, both men and women. People often ask how they can please me. The answer is simple. Help me fulfill Srila Prabhupada's mission. Make it your mission too. Share this bliss of Krishna consciousness with everyone you meet. Be empowered by Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada to reach out to those in ignorance. Initiated disciples take a vow to chant a minimum of 16 rounds daily, following the 4 regulative principles, and assist me in fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's instructions. I urge you to stay committed to these vows and strive to become serious and mature in your practice. This way, you can taste the unlimited bliss of Krishna consciousness and ultimately go back to the spiritual world. On this Vyasa Puja, I pray that you all take these instructions to heart. Lord Chaitanya, the crown jewel of incarnations, has given us this process of pure happiness. May you always relish and live in the bliss of Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, your well-wisher always, Jayapataka Swami. Jai Guru.
Guru Maharaj setting an example as always for all of us. Now we'll move ahead and ask Krishnadas Kaviraj Prabhu to kindly speak a few words on this most auspicious day.
Chakshuram Namitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurudev Namaha. I first met Jayapataka Swami in 1976 when I went to Mayapur for the first time. I was a brahmachari at that time. And when we came through the main gates of Mayapur, Jayapataka Maharaj and Bhavananda Maharaj were sitting on there was a cement level in front of a hut that was there. It was just across from where the grass hut is now, the thatched hut. And they were greeting all the devotees as we came in. We'd all arrived on the buses. It was a 747 that had arrived in Kolkata. It's the first time a 747 had ever landed in Kolkata. And all the buses, there were about 20 buses that brought us all from Kolkata up to Mayapur. And I just remember how blissful Jayapataka Maharaj was at that time. He was a lot thinner because it was a little more austere in Mayapur at that time. And almost everybody, all the devotees who arrived in Mayapur, very quickly we all started to get sick because there was no bottled water. And you had to just drink the water that was pumped out of the ground, and the groundwater in that area is not very clean. And so everybody was coming down with stomach problems and everything. And I'm sure that Jayapataka Maharaj had his share of problems, just over the years that he had been there, but he, of course, was getting used to it. Apparently, if you live in India for a long time, you get used to the bugs in the water. And and he was doing, so he looked very healthy and happy. And but the rest of us devotees, we got very, very sick. And I just remember he took us on parikram on a number of occasions and told us a lot about the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees. And we went to Sri Vasangam and had kirtan, and it was just a very ecstatic time. And then later on, I came again in 1978 and didn't really see Maharaj much then, but we fast forward to 2003 or 2004. And Purnamasi and I were going back to India, and it was, since 1978, when we had been in Mayapur, we were married in 1977. And so we went, and now it was 25 years later that we were going back to Mayapur. And when we were in Mayapur in 1978, there was the Lotus building, and there was the Long building, and just the buildings where all the stores are. And other than that, there were no, well, the kitchen was there. The kitchen has been there forever, I think. And, but other than that, there was really nothing in Mayapur in 1978. Fast forward to 2003, and we're getting out of the taxi in front of the Gada Bhavan. The Gada Bhavan never even existed before. And I'm like, and we're behind the Long building, and there's many other buildings, and buildings under construction. And we couldn't believe the change that had gone on. And I remember Jayapataka Maharaj talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur having the vision when we were over in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house, and that he had that vision that there will be a transcendental city and people from all over the world will come. And at that time, in 1978 and 76, it was really only Canadians and Americans and some British people and maybe a few Europeans. Other than that, there was practically nobody from anywhere else in the world. But when we arrived in 2003, I got out of the taxi, and there were people walking by. There was somebody walked by speaking Chinese, and then just a few minutes later, somebody walked by speaking French, and then somebody walked by speaking Russian, and there was it was definitely a transcendental city with all these people from all over the world there to serve Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada's mission. And it was really incredible what a change had happened. And most of that change is directly attributable to the service of Jayapataka Maharaj. He was the driving force behind all the devotees. He definitely served Srila Prabhupada with his whole heart, his whole soul. He put everything into it. And he motivated everybody to do amazing things. And Mayapur just appeared out of nowhere because of his pushing. And so then I got involved over the next few years in being a GBC deputy, and I got to speak with Jayapataka Maharaj. One thing that Jayapataka Maharaj is known for is that he is the most prolific proposal writer. Every year there's a call that goes out. Anybody who wants to write proposals to put before the GBC, you know, the deadline is December 15th, sometimes December 1st, like that, it changes a bit. But Jayapataka Maharaj was always the one with the most proposals because he's constantly thinking, how can I make Iskcon better? How can I make Iskcon what Prabhupada wanted Iskcon to be? And so he keeps coming up with all those proposals. And sometimes they needed a bit of editing or changing a little bit. And so we would discuss amongst the deputies, and then I would be deputed to go and speak with Jayapataka Maharaj and say, well, you know, we need to change this and change that. Is that okay? And like that. So I ended up having a lot of discussions with Jayapataka Maharaj on that. And I could just see that he really was so interested in just making sure that Prabhupada's movement became the best that it could be. And so this year, I retired from being a GBC deputy, and I probably won't be going back to Mayapur for a few years, depending upon, probably maybe when the TOVP opens, I might be going back, but not even sure of that yet. Depends a lot on the health of myself and the Purnamasi. But I messaged Jayapataka Maharaj, I emailed Jayapataka Maharaj when I was invited to come here, and I asked him, is there anything, I said, is there anything that you would like me to convey to the devotees on your behalf? And so he wrote back, as, magnanimous as he is, he wrote back, and I have this email now, which is a very wonderful email. He's just such a sweet devotee. So, my dear godbrother Krishnadas Kaviraj Das, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Home base Sri Mayapur Chandai Mandir, Camp Meenakshi Hospital and Research Center, Madurai, India. I am trying to inspire my disciples to read Srila Prabhupada's books to help me carry out Srila Prabhupada's instructions to me, and of course, chant their rounds and follow the regulative principles. In a 1975 lecture in Mayapur, Srila Prabhupada said, "We want to spread Krishna consciousness. Simply prepare yourself how to repeat Krishna's instructions very nicely without any malinterpretation. Then in the future, suppose you have got now 10,000. We shall expand to 100,000. That is required. Then 100,000 to 1,000,000, and 1,000,000 to 10 million. So there will be no scarcity of acharya, and people will understand Krishna consciousness very easily." The lecture was in Mayapur, April 6th, 1975. Therefore, I want all my disciples to study Srila Prabhupada's books, get their degrees, and become gurus. In this way, there will be no lack of dedicated spiritual guides to lead the people and expand the distribution of Krishna consciousness. My secretaries will include the list of instructions that Srila Prabhupada gave me. I hope to visit North America this summer. Your servant, Jayapataka Swami. And so there's, I've got a long list. There's 29 different things. I'll just read them fairly quickly. 1, expand Krishna consciousness unlimitedly. 2, develop Mayapur Dham. 3, look after Bhaktivedanta Swami Charity Trust. 4, development of Navadvip Mandala. 5, unite the Saraswat family of the Gaudiya Vaishnava. 6, build the TOVP. 7, distribute 10,000 big books and 100,000 small books in a month. 8, develop Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's birthplace. 9, establish a boat service between Mayapur and Kolkata and stop at Panihati. 10, Panihati, build a temple where the tree is with open ground floor and deities on the second floor. 11, boat preaching in villages along the banks of the Ganga with Nita Padakamala and preservation of Nita Padakamala boat. 12, preserve the original grass hut in Mayapur. 13, ensure that no one in a 10-mile radius around the temple goes hungry, including all temples in Guru Maharaj'S zones. 14, preach to Hindus and Indians, specifically to people in eastern India. 15, preach in Bangladesh and Nepal. 16, to gain entrance into Jagannath Puri temple for foreign devotees. 17, develop Namhata. 18, to initiate 50,000 disciples and care for them. 50,000 is ancient history. It's up to about 70 or 80,000 now, I believe. Yeah. 19, to be one of the executors of Srila Prabhupada's will. 20, travel and preach. 21, develop the congregational preaching. 22, get special visas for foreign devotees. 23, to have 24-hour kirtan in Mayapur. 24, to accommodate brahmacharis and grihastas in Mayapur. 25, to build 10 temples in Kolkata. 26, expand Kolkata's Rath Yatra. 27, to develop Srila Prabhupada's birthplace. 28, build a nice temple for Sri Sri Radha Govinda in Kolkata. 29, to serve the GBC. And I especially like the instruction that he gives about, I want all my disciples, and it was mentioned earlier that Maharaj often said, all my disciples and all my female disciples as well, to become guru. And Maharaj was definitely a proponent of the female Diksha gurus. There's, I just read yesterday on Wikipedia where it says in India that they practice, Iskcon devotees are more conservative. But actually conservative means following the instructions of Guru. And Srila Prabhupada, when he was in Toronto, and I know that Subhavalas Prabhu was there, and he said that when he was asked directly by Professor O'Connell, can a woman be a guru in Iskcon? And Prabhupada said, yes, why not? As long as they know the science of Krishna, he or she can be guru. So, and definitely in the meetings that happened, Maharaj was definitely pushing. And that is real conservatism, is that you follow the instructions of Guru and you follow the word of the Guru. And Prabhupada definitely wanted female Diksha gurus. So all this, you know, oh no, in the Vedas it says women that can never be independent and women are lower and this like that. Prabhupada didn't think like that. Even when Prabhupada in India, when he first went, he had all the female disciples doing the pujas. They were worshiping the deities and everything, but then gradually Prabhupada said, well, in India, because the people, we may, you know, have mostly male pujaris, but the worship should never stop. So if necessary, female pujaris can be there, if it's necessary. But now we have lots of male pujaris. But for Guru, if we're going to have 10 million gurus, we need all of you to become gurus also. So I will stop there and pass it on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Praveen, for those wonderful pastimes and sharing them with us. Now I'd please like Shkovilas Prabhuji and Ashanata Mataji to kindly say a few words.
Balaya Krishna Prestaya Budale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamnai Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pachane Nirvishesha Shadyavadi Pasachaj Teitane Jai Srila Prabhupada. Happy parents' birthday to my good god brother Jayapataka Swami. I think let's discuss a little different from the philosophy with my experience with him. I met him in 1968. I give you a couple of minutes background, how it happened, how we joined Iskcon. He was the first Iskcon disciple of Prabhupada I met. So I was driving on Blue Street going east, near Avenue Road. And I see three devotees on the northeast corner of Avenue Road at Blue chanting. I didn't care about my car, I stopped right there. I said, what's happening in Canada? They never is devotee, it's not possible. So I got out and looking all over these trains, I thought maybe they movie shoot there. Nothing happened. So I had a company car and I had a Polaroid camera, some of you might remember. Now we have different cameras, but that time you had to pull it. And I waited 1 minute just to make sure I take a picture. And then I take that picture and take it to Asara. She doesn't believe me. She said, not possible. She will call this thing, it's Lanka, Nagari. There are no devotees here. So I said, put the picture away. And then start to inquire, and we found out from some source that some white people are becoming Hindus here. So I told her, look, I was right. So at that time I was working at Bay Street, and every day lunchtime I'll go looking for a place in downtown where the devotees are. Some or the other, somebody said on Beverly Street, there's a temple there, or some house, there's some devotees there. So the next day I go there, knock at the door, and who comes out? Jayapataka, Brahmachari, 19-year-old, I think thinner than anybody else here, very tall and thick. And he welcomed me. I went in and he showed what was there. And I still remember, now I remember today, we talked with Prashadam. He was cooking on the back and he brought some sweet for me. I don't know how good it was, but Bali sweet or whatever it was. And this was, we go back to the little class with Jayapataka serving Srila Prabhupada. Milwaukee, because I was a president and zonal secretary in Chicago area and in Midwest. And Milwaukee is known for the biggest alcohol place in the world. Like people drink beer, all that stuff is made there. So a young man from a rich family coming to Montreal, somebody told him, go and see Prabhupada. In just a couple of months, Prabhupada initiated him. Now all of you and us knew who Ram is, who Sita is, who Krishna is. Maybe we are not 100%, but everybody really knows little child to big child. And Prabhupada tells Jayapataka, go to Toronto and open the temple. You can imagine? A young man, 19-year-old, coming from America, go to Toronto. And that's where I met him. First temple in Toronto was at 40 Beverly Street. This street is between Queen and Dundas, next to Spidana. It is a row house, and he was then very receptive and gave me some prashadam, and the only thing he asked was, please come back. I said, I will come back. I said, what downtown are you coming back? So from there, our mission started. And then Maharaj, of course, left to different Seva Prabhupada, and the temple moved to 187 Gerard Street. So then later on, I got an invitation from Jayapataka that you must come to Mayapur. I said, okay, called for it. So I go to Mayapur, and he gave me a tour. So nice. The first time, I don't know what the hut was for. He showed the hut of Prabhupada, showed where it is, where Ganga. Now we have Iskcon so much with the mercy of him and all the disciples of Prabhupada. At that time, even Prabhupada, could you imagine at that age, he goes out to washroom, the no hot water. You walk to Ganga to take a bath, even in winter time. That was Prabhupada. So there, after all the tour and that, here, what's going to happen? I said, nothing going to happen. I said, they're hot there, you are outside, they don't even, there's mud everywhere. He said, just wait. The prediction that Prabhupada, that there will be city there. Okay, then at that time concrete building was there and the temple was there, but the other building was only one story. And there, he told his disciple and his servants that I'm from Canada, take care of me. So I'm sitting there, in the morning there's a breakfast, big banana leaves, all kind of food there. Everybody eating after the prayer. I'm sitting down. I said, why you're not eating? So the passage goes to him, there's something wrong with Sumavlas, he's not eating our food. So Maharaj, at that time, comes running down. He said, something wrong. I said, yes, Maharaj, there's no spoon. At that time, there was no So everybody eating, and I was thinking, if I do it, I'll be all on my face, all the rice and everything. So from there on, we go back so many times, because when I was in Chicago, he would come to Atlanta, he'd stop in Chicago, we had so much association with there. So when we talked about different things, of course when he came to Toronto, there also, and when he used to come to Chicago, that will be taken care of by Asha Lata. She tell you how she served him. And then from there on, the relationship keep building and building and building. And when he came to Toronto for Rath Yatra, you see, my English is good, because I'm here 60 years, education too, whatever it is. And sitting at the island, I'm sitting down, and Maharaj comes at that time, of course, he was sannyasi. He says, so last, let's break the bread together. I'm scratching like that, like something wrong with that. But break the bread together, what? There's no bread, there's food there, but why have to break the bread? And somebody tells me, he want to have lunch with you. So this so many times. And his service is beyond description. You can go there for years and years, as my godbrother Kishan Kaviraj said. That is the surrender, the serving and listening to the Guru Maharaj. Someone asked him how I can have Prabhupada in my house. And the answer given by Jayapataka, put all the books in your house of Prabhupada, Prabhupada is there. But also you read those books too. And oh, by the way, next day after when we were there, after I had the school, I got it there. Next day, he said, Subhablasi from Punjab, I should get him some chapatis. He said, go there, there are no chapatis there. So the 3 chapati was made for me. And I went back to, I said, Jayapataka, my godbrother, never to give me chapati again. Mata, you won't know what kind of chapati, how many angles were there, I can't imagine. I was scared, not round, I don't know what it was, but I hated it. So, and when I was president, come to Chicago, sit with me, talk the old time, over the time there. And of course, the children, Matthew and Grace, had a good relation with them, with Archie, everybody. And the most important thing is you have to remember that this just a celebration and remembering him once a day and offering the Aarti little bit. We have to go to a real service, what the desire was. So we have to surrender, we have to follow the footsteps of the Acharyas. And there's a good example that what it can do. You see, in our parampara, Madhva Indrapuri, who found Gopal in Vrindavan. The long story, we don't have much time for that, but we'll go to then later on, he the one, Gopal stole the kheer for him, so that our Radha Kirtan Gopinath to Toronto, that the name became Radha Kirtan Gopinath. That was Madhva Indrapuri. And he was even Guru of Advaita Acharya. So we are so fortunate that we are connected in such a way. And now coming to the real part, when Madhva Indrapuri became very sick and old, everybody has become old. We go to that in 1 minute to the program side, but getting to this part, he had a disciple in Ishwarpuri. Ishwarpuri was serving him all the time, take care of him, massage the old man, feed him with a spoon, or whatever was needed were done, take to washroom or whatever was done. And one day Madhavendra tells Ishwapuri, your disciple will be Krishna himself. Madhavendra Puri so humble, he said, I know what my Guru Maharaj is saying, I don't believe it or not, I don't know. I am just a servant. And then, of course, after Madhavendra Puri left to Krishna Loka, one few days after that, they knocked at the door of Ishwapuri. Who's standing outside? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, asking him for the Diksha, initiation. So that is the level, by following the footsteps, that's where we have to look for that we go at that level. But that could be done by following 100% instruction. Jayapataka could have said in 1968 to Srila Prabhupada, I'm walking, why are you sending me to Toronto? He said, what are the, what's said, it is done. They say the mercy. This movement is built on mercy, not on this only education and going to this college and that college. So please, that is our duty, is to follow Jayapataka. He said that he wrote the books and follow what they're doing. Now look at the place they have built, the OBP, how they changed, everything is there. So we have to surrender now. Time is to surrender now, it's getting late and late and late. And the last thing is, if you're looking at this one, about 1975, with Prabhupada, and one devotee goes to Loi Bazaar with a very nice stick for Prabhupada, very nice. Prabhupada is sitting in the yard and all the white disciples are standing in two at that time. And Prabhupada said, first he goes in English, this will happen to you also, the stick. And then he goes in Hindi, aapka bhi ye haal hoga. So time to surrender is now, and even into 0.00001% of not Jayapataka, but follow, but don't become that. You have to follow his footsteps. Do whatever the power of the service you have, whatever you can do it, and your life will become successful. So after I take the name of my good God brother, I think I'd ask a question. Anybody met him before 1968? No, I got the first words. So when I say it's my good God brother for 57 years, long time, and we still, when went to Mayapuri, took care of it personally to the family. You eat something, do you eat? Do you get this? So this is the love. This is between God brothers. Love. So please raise your hand when I say, just wish me happy birthday, but and when say Jayapataka's name, you say Jay, and if no neighbors come, we keep saying it. Okay. Jayapataka Swami ki! Jayapataka Swami ki! Once more, Jayapataka Swami ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! I wanted to have that up.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Today we are celebrating the Appearance Day of Jayapataka Swami. Happy Appearance Day, my God brother Jayapataka Swami. He is special God brother who we know since we are in Iskcon. Day in, day out. Many years are gone by, but he is serving Srila Prabhupada and the Iskcon very sincerely. Srila Prabhupada instructed him to go to India. He followed Srila Prabhupada's instructions and went to India. India was different in those days than now. Western boy went to India in the wilderness and developed Mayapur Dham. Mayapur Dham is a very special place, like a spiritual world within the material world. Some of you must have seen Mayapur. The morning program in Mayapur is so nice, so Nectarian and transcendental. Now TOEP is coming. Many devotees, millions of devotees will be coming for their Lordship Darshan Radha Madhav. That's another wonder of the world, TOEP. Yes, many sincere devotees have helped Jayapataka, but he is the power behind. Under his supervision, that Mayapur complex has developed. I can go on and on and on to glorify Jayapataka Swami, but now, as you know, time is limited. What he has done is so amazing. I truly appreciate your hard work and efforts, Jayapataka Swami. You are always on the go, always traveling to preach. Despite your health for last few years, still you kept going and going and going to preach Srila Prabhupada's mission. But you have been very, very close to us, very affectionate, very concerning. Whenever you went to India, India Mayapur, you took very good care of us. And especially when we were serving Kishore Kishori in Chicago, you came to visit us and I made some prontas. I always tell the story, pronta story. Then we came to Toronto back and I was going toward the deities and Jayapataka were coming from the deities. And he met me, he said, oh, where are my prontas? I was so pleased that he liked my prontas and he still remembered. So that is the closeness and affection of my god brother. Now I used to tell only pronta stories, now I have one more story, a green grapes story. Meenakshi and children went last time to Mayapur. He went to visit Jayapataka Swami. He was so pleased to see them, he wanted to offer something to them. But he didn't know what. But he had green grapes garland in his neck. He started pulling and started giving them. So that was the concern and affection he showed. So many stories are there, but I again say happy birthday, happy appearance day to my special god brother Jayapataka Swami. Hare Krishna, all glory to God.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, all of the Prabhupada disciples. It's like you have told us something about our father, which makes you our uncles and aunties. It's a very nice feeling. And we definitely need to have a longer session. As Shri Vilas Prabhu said, there is a lot more to talk about Guru Maharaj. Now we'd like to ask Invish Prabhu, please come and speak a few words.
Now we're celebrating Jayapataka Maharaj's Parents' Day all together. I won't tell too many personal stories, but Acharya is a leader by example, and as a child, when Jayapataka Maharaj used to come to Chicago or even Toronto, after the discourses, we'd all cram into Prabhupada's room upstairs, and he'd make sure that he'd give us individual attention, talk to us one-on-one. And I was a very little child at that time, and he'd go in there and have that dialogue with us constantly. And then we fast forward to, I'm married and have kids, and he's walking on Yonge Street with the Wampers in Rath Yatra, and he stops and checks and meets the kids and has a dialogue right there on Yonge Street. And Then on top of that, my parents are in Mayapur. You know, when you send your now older parents to Mayapur, you're sometimes concerned. So I sent some kind of message out, and Maharaj was leaving Mayapur. He was actually at the airport. He called me and said, your parents are fine. He goes out there and calls me and has a personal conversation from the airport, just letting me know. So that is, you know, we see a lot of presentations about devotee care. We listen to a lot of discourses about devotee care, but that's actually Jayapataka Maharaj showing devotee care. And I think in Toronto we should be forever grateful. I see, of course, Brampton. I see people from Milton and Mississauga, and of course there's a celebration in Toronto. But our very first temple president of GTA was His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. And now, because of his start, we have a dozen temples, and it's growing to about, how many, 18 or so? I don't know, we can't keep count right now. I think there's about 4 or 5 being incorporated in Ontario. So it's such a growth that Jayapataka Maharaj started. And as we all know, our Srila Prabhupada left Radha Damodar Temple and sat under a tree with great difficulty. And he came and formed Iskcon. And Jayapataka Maharaj went the other way with his Guru Maharaj's. So Srila Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj's instruction was to come this way and sit under a tree. And Jayapataka Maharaj followed his Guru's instructions and went the other way and sat under a different tree, sat under a straw hut. And he's created thousands of Namahatas, thousands of Bhakti Vriksha programs in India under his Guru Maharaj's instructions. And we're very fortunate we have Diksha disciples and Shiksha disciples here of Jayapataka Maharaj, and a lot of you are inspired by him. But Srila Prabhupada formed a Hare Krishna movement. That's the movement he formed. And Jayapataka Maharaj imbibes that movement. And if we want to please Jayapataka Maharaj, we have to go out there and grow. It's not good enough just to move the beats. It's not just good enough to sway in kirtan, but it's a movement to expand. So Jayapataka Maharaj has led the way, opening up hundreds of temples, thousands of Namahatas, and tens of thousands of Bhakti Vriksha programs. So our goal, our open stated goal in Canada, Zone 1, is to open up 108 centers by 2035 for Srila Prabhupada and offering to Jayapataka Maharaj and all of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. And we're going to be calling on all of you, I'm looking at a few faces right now, we're going to be calling on all of you to go out there and make that a reality as an offering to Srila Prabhupada and all his noble disciples. But His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj ki.
Thank you so much, Indresh Prabhuji. Now we'll move ahead with the temple presidents, starting with Jagannath Mishra Prabhuji from Iskcon, Burlington.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashtakaya Chakshurunetanyena Tasmai Shri Durve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swami Tinamine. Namo Om Vishnaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Krishnayana. Dear Maharaj, please accept our prostrated obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All praise to you on this most auspicious 76th anniversary celebration of your appearance. On behalf of the Iskcon Burlington Council, I'm totally unqualified to glorify such a luminary Shirmani Mahabhagavat as yourself. Dear Maharaj, on April 20th, 1986 in Mayapur, you said in your Vyasa Puja address, and I quote as follows: Krishna is a spiritual master of everyone working, but he is working through the unlimited variety of forms through his devotees, who are acting as spiritual master. Therefore, we observe Vyasa Puja ceremony on the occasion of the appearance day of the spiritual master. Although we observe Vyasa Puja on the appearance day of the spiritual master, technically speaking, we are observing a Vyasa Puja, but not as birthday or Avirabha. Rather, Vyasa Puja means that we are observing the entire disciplic succession, the Guru Parampara, because Guru means he's first a disciple, then Guru. Nobody is Guru until they're disciple. So So that means every guru has a spiritual master, and there's a chain of this guru district succession. Therefore, when we worship the guru, the entire district succession is worshipped. That means that we ultimately worship the giver of Vedic knowledge, Srila Vyasadeva, by whose mercy everyone in this age gets the opportunity to understand the personal life. Srila Prabhupada, this is what Jayapataka said further, Srila Prabhupada gave me many instructions. Distribute 10,000 big books and 100,000 small books every month. Expand the preaching unlimitedly. As well, he told me to develop the kingdom of God he had given as Sri Mayapur Dham. Srila Prabhupada also told me that I should travel, that I had to take the curse of Narada Muni, the curse that Srila Prabhupada had too. Actually, even if I want to stop, there is always so many demands to preach that it is practically impossible for me to refuse in this way. Similarly, Prabhupada gave me instructions, but singularly, I'm overwhelmed to think how I'm going to be able to achieve any one of them, what to speak of all of them, and this is only a fraction of what he asked me to do. So I'm unlimitedly grateful. I believe one way to achieve Srila Prabhupada's instruction is by delegating authority, which is another thing Srila Prabhupada said to do. Don't do everything yourself, delegate. So I'd like to see that other people take up the individual initiative and try to encourage others to take more responsibility. So I'm very grateful that in spite of my very difficult nature, so we can work together fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's different desires. I take it, anything that Srila Prabhupada expressed is actually desire of Krishna being manifest through him, whether he, that Srila Prabhupada tells it to me or someone else. It's the same absolute nature. If everyone or anyone tries to fulfill his desires, whether it's Srila Prabhupada's followers, like his children or grandchildren, it's the same. Prabhupada used to say that his disciples are sent by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Certainly in regards to my disciples, I can see that they are sent by Srila Prabhupada, and I see that even the spiritual nephews and nieces, what to speak of my godbrothers, godsisters, they're all coming down from Srila Prabhupada, allowing us to show the world real spiritual United Nations. Unity in one family with a father and many children is easy. Unity in a plural family, and a joint spiritual family, where you have father with many children-bearing fathers and children-bearing mothers, many aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, and so forth. This will become more complex as time goes on. Unity and diversity is pluralist type of spiritual family is more of evidence to the world that Krishna consciousness is truly universal and holds a solution to the world. End of quote by Jayapataka Maharaj. This is spiritual, this is Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Once in a class with Srila Prabhupada, he was asked for questions. A devotee stood up and in a very emotional way asked, how can we ever repay our debt to Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada replied, always remain obliged, even if you have a lifetime of Brahma, even if you're an expert in science or poet, you will not be able to express your gratitude or your indebtedness to Guru. So Maharaj, on your most auspicious glorious day of Vyasa Puja, we humbly pray that we endeavor to serve you in your mission to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's request to you by spreading the Krishna consciousness mission far and wide. We're utterly incapacitated. However, if you be so kind as to grant us a drop of your unlimited mercy, an ocean mercy, we shall feel empowered to engage more enthusiastically in your seva. Vyasa Atma Buddhi Eka Kuru Nandana, Bhagavad Gita 241. Just as one verse from Bhagavad Gita finally inspired Srila Prabhupada to travel to the West. In the same way, we need to shed our designations of temple president, manager, director, GBC designated, or whatever, and unite together as one force. We have to become comfortable with the uncomfortable, to take on uncharted and unexpected challenges in our seva. Sarvapadi Vinirmuktam. In closing, we humbly fall at your lotus feet, Maharaj, which is an endless ocean of mercy. We pray that you kindly grant us one drop of your mercy from that vast ocean, so that we become capable instruments and servants of your Sankirtan army to please Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya. Please bless us, Maharaj. Please bless us. Please bless us. Thank you very much, Maharaj. All glories to Maharaj. All glories to Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Respected students and students, Jai Maharaj should ask on behalf of Iskcon going to Canada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your kind words. Now I'd like to invite Radha Gopinath Prabhu from Iskcon, Brampton.
Hare Krishna Krishna Bhutale, Srimati Jayapataka Maharaj Piti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurava Charini, Nirvishesha Srinivadi, Pashchita Veshatari. So I'd like to take the permission of the Maharaj disciple that I'll also address him as well. Again, Guru Maharaj. Dear Guru Maharaj, on this most auspicious occasion of your Vyasa Puja, I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to reflect on your tireless services, boundless compassion, and unwavering dedication to Srila Prabhupada's mission. Your life is living scripture, a constant inspiration to the worldwide devotee community. Despite the many challenges you have faced, physically, emotionally, and practically, you have never wavered in your determination to carry forward the torch of Krishna consciousness. Though your personal example, you show us what it means to surrender fully to desire of the spiritual master. Maharaj, your words, your presence, and even your silence are saturated with Krishna's mercy. You empower others, uplift their spirits, and lead by love. You have touched countless lives through your outreach guidance and boundless mercy. Your expansive vision, leadership have helped Srila Prabhupada's movement to grow across the continent, and your heart has embraced each soul as a part of Lord Chaitanya's divine family. As a servant in your glorious mission, I pray for sincerity, humility, and strength to assist in your vision in whatever small way I can, especially here at Iskcon Brampton. May we continue to serve under your shelter and your disciples' shelter and carry out your legacy of compassion to every corner of the world. On this sacred day, I bow down again and again, grateful to the shelter of your transcendental association, your aspiring servant Nimali Taidas, Iskcon Brampton. With this, I also want to add one more thing, that now Iskcon Brampton is kind of a role model for all the other centers. But if someone is asking me, what is the success story of Iskcon Brampton? So I will say only two things that is working very well, and one is one of the founding stories. One is the Bhakti Vriksha, and second is the Sunday school. So, the success of Iskcon Brampton is more or less the major contribution of His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj. Jayapataka Maharaj ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your kind words. Can I next have Madhukar Prabhu from Iskcon Niagara to speak?
His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj ki Om Jnana Dhanandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chaksharanujupamena Aspadeshe Gavena Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishtaya Mantare Srimati Bhakti Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurava Charine Nirvishesha Srinivadi Pashchata Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Vyasa Gaurava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Respected Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Let your divine word to speak. All glories to you on the auspicious occasion of your 76th Vyasa Puja Mahotsav, celebrating your divine appearance. Guru Maharaj, your mercy upon us has been boundless. You have so kindly taught us how to sincerely chant the holy name of the Lord Krishna, how to follow the regulated principles, how to serve the deities, and perform archana and how to sing the most beautiful and meaningful prayers. Empowered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, you have selflessly carried forward the mission of spreading Krishna consciousness across the globe. By your divine will, your visits and association have always filled our hearts with spiritual joy. The opportunities you have given us to serve you personally are memories I will cherish eternally. Being in your presence feels like an ocean of spiritual bliss, purifying and uplifting, and I only wish that association to remain eternal. Through your guidance, we have come to understand the profound difference between the fleeting material pleasures and true spiritual happiness. You always remind us by asking, are you getting spiritual bliss? A powerful question that reflects your unwavering focus on our spiritual growth. Your mercy is limitless, and through your own example, you have shown us what it means to serve one's spiritual master with unconditional dedication. Here in Iskcon Niagara, by your blessings, we have been growing steadily for the past 3 years. Each week, we welcome new families and devotees into our congregation. Our children's school is flourishing, and they now lead our weekly Narasimha prayers with devotion and enthusiasm. Our cultural programs, including spiritual dances and dramas, are performed by both youth and children during festivals, adding so much life and joy to our events. The Bhakti Riksha program continues to thrive as well. On this auspicious occasion, I humbly beg you to please shower your blessings, mercy, intelligence, and strength upon all the devotees of Iskcon Niagara. May we come sincere instrument in fulfilling your mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. Kindly forgive our many offenses and shortcomings. Please bless us so that we may always remain under the shelter of your lotus feet, now and forever. Hare Krishna, your humble servant, Madhukar Das, on behalf of Iskcon Niagara.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your wonderful offering. Can we now have Ashok Krishna Prabhu from Iskcon Niagara?
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामी निधि नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य शतारिणे. Dear Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, please accept our respectful obeisances. All glories to you on this divine occasion of your Vyasa Puja, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. On this auspicious occasion of your Vyasa Puja, the devotees of Iskcon Brampton join our voices in glorifying your extraordinary life of dedication, compassion, and spiritual leadership. Your unwavering commitment to spreading the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continues to inspire and guide devotees all over the world, including our growing community here in GTA. Despite unimaginable health challenges, your enthusiasm to serve Srila Prabhupada's mission remains unmatched. You are a living example of surrender, determination, and divine grace. Your presence and instructions empower us to keep striving for purity in our sadhana and to share Krishna consciousness with everyone we meet. You are directly empowered by Lord Krishna and Srila Prabhupada, because without being authorized by Krishna, nobody can preach the holy name of the Lord throughout the entire world. You are inspiring thousands of souls to take Krishna consciousness seriously. You are one of the strong pillars of Iskcon, and you always think how to make everyone a devotee. Despite your health condition, you are working tirelessly to distribute the mercy of Lord Chaitanya all over the world. This is a great inspiration for all of us. Your deep love and care for your disciples and well-wishers resonate in every interaction, showering us with blessings and encouragement. Your dedication to Srila Prabhupada's movement is incomparable. You are handling the most important project of TOVP, and with your unflinching determination, the new Nursing Wing Temple was inaugurated last year on the auspicious day of 150th appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. TOVP marks another milestone in the history of Srila Prabhupada's Iskcon. Maharaj, your mercy has reached even our small yatra, and we feel blessed to be connected to your glorious service. As we try to serve the community here in Milton through Harinam, Prasad distribution, outreach programs, we pray to remain aligned with Srila Prabhupada's vision and mission. We beg for your blessings so that the devotees at Iskcon Milton may become a vibrant center of Lord Chaitanya's mercy and a place of shelter for many conditioned souls. Please continue to shower your mercy upon us. May we always remain faithful servants of your instructions and instruments in fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's desire. With gratitude and affection, Ashok Krishna Das on behalf of Iskcon Milton Yatra.
Thank you for this very inspiring offering. Now we have Panchami Mataji from Iskcon Hopeful to say a few words.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasad Jayapataka Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gurvani Pracharini Nirvishes Sunyavadi Pashyatadisita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaurabhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. So I don't have too much to share as usual, but this year when we went to Mayapur, we got opportunity to hear Maharaj class. He was in a really pain because every alternative, I think that blood dialysis happening. So he was in a pain, but I could feel that even in that pain was not bodily pain. He was in the pain for the people, fallen soul, and he wanted to lift all of us. He begged, please stick to in his class, that class he said, please stick to your vow, don't fall down. And that's why, and because when you fall down, your guru is suffering, not only physically, emotionally. And that touched to our hearts so much that we are praying that Maharaj, your instruction of that, keeping our vow and going forward to spiritual path, will not go down, and we will try to follow the Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada's instruction without fail. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the short and sweet offering, very heartfelt. Now we like to have Jai Raseshwari Mataji from Iskcon, Mississauga.
Dearest Guru Maharaj, please accept our most respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to your divine self. Today we celebrate the most auspicious 76th Vyasa Puja, the divine appearance of Your Holiness, Jayapataka Swami, our Guru Maharaj, a luminary of unparalleled compassion, wisdom and dedication to the service of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. With a heart full of love, you have been a beacon of light guiding countless souls on the path of bhakti. Your life is a testament to the boundless grace and mercy of the Lord as you selflessly serve the mission of spreading the holy name and teachings of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya across the world. In your words, we find the essence of true devotion. Your teachings have ignited a fire of spiritual transformation in the hearts of all those fortunate enough to hear your voice. Your unparalleled sacrifices, tireless efforts in spreading the holy name, and deep spiritual realizations continue to inspire us all. On this sacred occasion, we express our gratitude for your divine association and blessings, May your prayers and guidance continue to illuminate our path, leading us closer to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. We are eternally grateful to you, dear Guru Maharaj, for your love, wisdom and selfless service. We pray for your long life, health and continued success in your devotional service to serve the instructions that Srila Prabhupada has given you. May we always remain under your protective care, striving to follow your example of humility, dedication and love for Srila Prabhupada. We at Iskcon Mississauga, which is just a small fledgling center, opened in August 2024, wish you a very happy birthday, dear Guru Maharaj. Your presence in our lives is a priceless treasure and we are forever indebted to you. We request your prayers and blessings so that we can get Iskcon Mississauga to be a center of learning and devotion to preach the teachings of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya to the people of Mississauga in Canada. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru. Our spiritual children at Iskcon Mississauga. Prabhu from Iskcon Store.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Namane Namo Jayapataka Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharya Vishesha Srimad Pasha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Dear Guru Maharaj, I am the least qualified person to be standing here and glorifying you or talking or saying anything glorious about you. But I fondly remember, allow me to speak a few good words about you and enlighten my God brothers and God sisters about you. I fondly remember Guru Maharaj, though we had myself, Prasanna Vasudevadas, my mother-in-law Kultipika Sundari Devidasi Mataji, and my wife Radhasaki Devidasi. We've had many interactions thanks to so many senior Vaishnavas with Guru Maharaj. But I fondly remember one interaction, and that is my first interaction with Guru Maharaj. Back in 2007, back then and now I'm an insignificant soul, but then that was my first interaction with Guru Maharaj, where I went to meet Guru Maharaj and he was in Dubai, and he was actually coming to meet all his disciples back in Gauranga-desh, in Damodar-desh. And I was introduced to my beloved Guru Maharaj, where Guru Maharaj was seated on his throne, and I walked into the room not knowing who am I meeting. But there was Guru Maharaj sitting royal, as he always is, on the throne. And I was introduced saying, this is Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, and I just looked at him. Immediately Guru Maharaj locked his eyes with me. Can you imagine how bewildering that is? When Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he locked his eyes with me, and I just froze. Literally froze, standing there looking at Guru Maharaj, and I ducked. I ducked down to avoid his gaze. You won't believe it, when I came up, he was still looking at me. Right? Now why I am sharing this is, I think that is the mercy that has brought me here, and I'm able to speak something about him after all these years. I mean, he is so merciful. Guru Maharaj is so merciful that he has given us all association, and some of you might be aspiring to take association from him, and he will not deny. Though Guru Maharaj has gone through so many physical ailments, we understand that Guru Maharaj is beyond this physical body, yet he is playing out this physical situation to us, and that is heartening. But understand that you are looking at a Simha Guru. Prabhupada has his best disciple in the form of Guru Maharaj for us. He is rightfully a Simha Guru, and rightfully he is called, he is victory flag, Jayapataka. Right? So my only request to Guru Maharaj is, as always, please forgive me for being the lowest disciple of yours, for all that I have done wrong, and please give me the strength to serve every Vaishnava, whether it's in Iskcon, Stouffville, or any other yatra around Canada as of now, whether it's in Iskcon Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, whether it is now the newly formed Iskcon in I think Durham region, anywhere in Canada, anywhere around the world, please give me the mercy, Guru Maharaj. And one request to all of you, my God brothers and God sisters, being Guru Maharaj's disciple, I have only one thing to say, is that if Guru Maharaj can be in this material situation, okay, in this material body and go through these issues, we should not shy off as his disciples. Stand tall, stand and preach, go around and be a proud disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And we thank all the speakers who have so kindly spoken such wonderful things about our Guru Maharaj. It was very inspiring to hear all of you. And now we would like to move ahead with the last part of the program, which is the Guru Puja. So I request everyone to kindly raise and
Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Guru Charana Padma Devala Bhakti Satma. Jai
Prabhupada ki, Swami Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामी नामिने नमाचार्य पदाय थाकेता प्रदायिने गौरकथा दामोदय नगर ग्रामधारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने श्री वासुभानव देवी दयिताय कृपा पदय कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभुवे नमः माधुर्य ज्वल प्रेमज्ञ श्री गोपालक भक्तिदास श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रह नमोस्ते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्री मूर्ते दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्ध सिद्धांत ध्वंतधारिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात वैराग्य मूर्ते विप्रलंबर संबोधे पदाम्बुजते नमः नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगमनाय गौराविर्भाव भूमि स्तव निर्देश जनप्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरविषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्त्याकं नमामि भक्ति शक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतम सुरतोपम गौरवं वंदं पतिर्गति मत्सरस्वतपदाम्बुजो राधा मदन मोहनम दिव्या वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमद श्रीमद्रत्नागर सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा श्री गोविंद देव प्रेष्ठलिपि सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमद्रासरसारंभि वंशी वटतटस्थित कर्षण रेणुस्वने गोपी गोपीनाथ श्री सुनः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनी श्री ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये श्री जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे एष पुष्पांजलि एष पुष्पांजलि एष पुष्पांजलि Everybody can come forth and offer the pushpa. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna
take one per person so that everyone gets equal prasada.